So as a comic book fan, I was always somewhat intrigued by manga. And it wasn't until Berserk came along that I truly enjoyed manga for the first time. And it wasn't until about 2-3 months ago, one of our subscribers, James, mentioned the Shonen Jump app, $1.99, basically all the manga you could ever read in your life. Gave me a great opportunity to dive deep into the world of manga, and I'm here to explain to you my thoughts and my opinions on manga after spending basically the last 3 months doing nothing but almost exclusively reading manga. Now, manga has always been one of those things that seemed, you always hear like it might be weird or sketchy or whatever, like some odd cringy stuff in it, but that's not it. That's not the case. That's not what a lot of the manga was that I read. So I immediately started reading. I've read Berserk, right? I think a lot of people have read Berserk, so that I won't count that in the last 3 months or so of what I've been reading. But I started reading things like My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Super, the Dragon Ball Z manga that has started in the anime that came out not too long ago. Vinland Saga, Black Clover, My Hero Academia Vigilante. So a lot of these different manga I've been reading, and some other small things here and there like Assassination's Classroom and things like that, Pokemon Adventures. But I've spent the last 90 days doing nothing but reading manga. I've read the entire run up to current of My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Super, Dr. Stone. I'm almost there on Black Clover. I'm like 30-40 chapters out. I'm sitting somewhere around 250, so depending on, I think it's like 304, 305 right now. I'm on volume 5 of Pokemon Adventures. So right now, I am just consuming manga like crazy. So let me tell you as a comic book fan what my thoughts are, and as a comic book collector or reader, if you're watching this, because we are primarily a comic book channel, how it's been. And I will tell you the stories are fantastic. The artwork is fantastic. It doesn't take much to get used to reading right to left after you do it for a little bit. And after the last 90 days, to be honest with you, I've been able to flop back and forth between comics and manga, and it's given me no real issues. The storylines have been great, and what I'm noticing a lot with manga is the storylines always tend to do with growth and adventure, right? And it's telling a story through the eyes of somebody experiencing a lot of growth, and they're not just given this power just because here you go. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of failure, and then it's a lot of really good lessons, I think. They're not lessons, but just morals and values and things like that, that it's okay to work hard for something, or your main character actually does fail quite a bit in a lot of these manga. They may die, and then come back or whatever, but that's what I've been enjoying so much about manga, is because they're focused on telling such a great story. The artwork is fantastic, even without the colors. It's wonderful artwork, and there's some weird oddity things that they do that is just a bit weird to us as Western comic book fans. But manga, I see why people are enjoying it so much and why the sales are through the roof. And as a comic book fan, I was a bit worried at first jumping into it, but as I got into it, I consumed myself with it. I mean, I read all of the Dragon Ball Super, all of Dr. Stone, My Hero Academia. I mean, we're talking, that's got to be over 1,000 comic book single issues, because Dr. Stone has like 300 chapters, My Hero has 300 chapters, Dragon Ball Super has 70, Black Clover, it has 300, I'm almost finished there, plus, like Assassination's Classroom, some of these other things I've read. I mean, over 1,000 single-issue comic books in 90 days, basically, it would be the equivalent. And I've enjoyed it so much. And to be honest with you, I've read it through the iPad with the Shonen Jump app for, like I said, $1.99 for what's provided 1,000+ single issues for me to read, and many, many more over the course of 90 days or so. So this has just been a wonderful thing for me. And as a comic book fan, if you're enjoying indie comics, I really think you would enjoy manga. I really do. They have the weird horror stories. They have the superhero adventures that aren't Batman or Superman, where a lot of things are being retold. I think if you're an indie comic book fan, which the industry is shifting that way and a lot of readers are shifting that way, manga is certainly a way to go. And you can pick them up at your local comic shop. They can order it through Diamond, believe it or not. You can buy them online or things like that. But as a comic book reader and fan and collector who spent the last 90 days really diving deep into that world of manga, I encourage you guys to check it out if you just are looking for some good stories. Don't be afraid to do so. It's not weird. There's nothing really strange in any of these. I mean, Dr. Stone's based on a 3,000 plus year apocalyptic future where the world's all stone and it's science based. Sounds strange, but it's a great story. We've all heard of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. One of the best runs of Dragon Ball storytelling, and it does differ a little bit different than the show. So as a comic book fan, I highly encourage you, if you are watching this as a manga enthusiast, if you are, let me know what you think. What are some of your favorite mangas? But I just want to jump on here, what it's been like for the last 90 days reading 1,000 plus volumes, 1,000 plus chapters of manga. You're the best part of Two Brush Comics, and as always, collect your way.